Hello. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is the pre-race camp call for the Wisconsin Marathon with My Team Triumph 2018. We're going to give it a minute or so for people to join. I see that we've got Carla maybe joining it. Probably another one there, so good. All right. So we're going to give it a minute here for other peeps to join. So stay tuned. All right, back. All right, awesome, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, whether you're watching this live or you're going to watch it later on. This is our pre-race camp call for the 2018 Wisconsin Marathon. My name is Christian Jensen. I'm the executive director of My Team Triumph Wisconsin. Super excited that you're joining us for the race this year. We've been doing the Wisconsin Marathon for a long time, and it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a really nice weather day down in the Kenosha area. I know it's always an event that is a little unique when it comes to weather, so I'm hoping and praying that it's going to be an awesome day for you guys out there. So I'm going to share a screen here where I have my presentation up. So hold on one sec here, and then we're going to go through it. Excellent. All right. So hopefully you guys can see my presentation screen. Again, we're going to be talking about the Wisconsin Marathon, and here's our agenda, guys. So first of all, we're going to start with some introductions, some tidbits on the call. Basically, just kind of, we can go over that now. We're going to mute anyone that's on live, and just to make sure we continue rolling forward, it'll feel a little bit more like a webinar format. We're going to keep this to 30 minutes of duration. We're going to go over our collective impact video, highlight our mission, vision, values, talk about roster, race day plan, some tips and tricks while you're out on the course, fundraising, and leave a little time for Q&A for those that are on live. Okay, so first of all, again, my name is Christian. Super excited to have you. Also on the call with us today is Carla Sturridge, who is our Director of Operations. I have to confess, Carla, in the last video I introduced you as the marketing manager. So I know, right? I know.
That's it. Out of here.
Out of here. Done. Jacob fired me.
As Jacob would say, you're fired.
Yes. Yes. So yep. Say hi, Carla. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Carla. Hello. I have hungry kids, so I'm in my kitchen, listening along. That's what these are for at lunchtime, right?
Yep.
Do your thing and listen along. And
yep.
Yeah, so super excited to be here, you guys. Wisconsin Marathon is one that I've done a couple times now, and I am like this with the weather this year. I am just hoping for you guys that there is not hurricane force winds coming off that beach or freezing temperatures.
Yep.
So do it. I'm like this.
Definitely.
That's what happens.
Definitely, for sure. Awesome. Well, thanks, Carla. So let's get into it, guys, and share with you a little video we put together, which is our 2017 Impact video. This is going to share with you some visuals and some statistics from the last year. We always think this is a great way to start because it kind of gets us fired up about what we're about to be part of. So hopefully you can see this. Enjoy. Yeah.
Love it.
Love it. Indeed. Indeed.
Love it. Who out there was a part of that video? Anyone? Raise your hands. Who was a part of that video? I saw a few of you on there.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. So briefly, guys, I want to share our vision, mission, values. So even if you've been involved with the organization before, we think it's important to share this. We try to remind ourselves often, those of us who are deeply involved, whether it's board, crew or staff, about why we're here. And so our why, our vision, that the thing that we're trying to create ultimately is this community that creates, celebrates, embraces, empowers those with diverse abilities. So just imagine that. Imagine where, we didn't think about someone with a disability. In fact, we just realized that they're unique and they're different. I always like to share, Captain Joey Christensen talks about, challenges me to say the word differently abled all the time versus disabled. And imagine if we had that, we would not look down on people with disabilities. We would understand that they bring a different type of value to the world. And if that were to be our perspective, how the world might be different. I think it would be amazing. So that's our vision. We go about that by focusing on building these impactful relationships between people with diverse abilities. Of course, through running, biking, and triathlon events. We believe the core of positive well-being change is really starts with these relationships, to put yourself in other people's shoes, to open up your perspective, to help you have this deeper appreciation for life. Again, we believe that's the core of being able to achieve that community that we're trying to build. And then the values that guide us are fellowship, commitment, safety, integrity, and collaboration. Okay. All right, roster time. So let's go over our roster. We've got a number of teams for the event this year, total 3 awesome teams. We have Captain Adam Voisin, also known as the mayor of Milwaukee. He's one of our longtime captains. He's our first captain in the Milwaukee area. Captain Adam Voisin, better take first place, buddy. That's all I got to say. So he's going to be with Angels Colleen, Shanna, and Jason for the half marathon. Next, we have Captain Nick Salerno. Nick is also a veteran with us, lives in the southern part of the state, super inspiring, got a 10,000 watt smile. You guys are going to have a great time. His angels will be Timothy, Troy, Brad, and Kurt. So thank you guys. Last but not least, we have Captain Seth, one of our captain ambassadors, Carla's good friend, and he's going to have a couple of his moms with him, as he calls them, a couple of gals. He's got Heather and Jennifer, aka the Leg, going to be joining him for that half marathon.
It's a good looking leg.
Hey, you got it. We almost had it on the side of the van, almost.
I've seen it.
Yeah. Little inside joke for you guys. A couple of our volunteers that are just on the list, although we'll have more as crew, are Tyler and Ashley. Ashley is one of our leaders down in the Kenosha area, but we'll also have Melissa and we'll have Liz that will be joining you as crew members, as well as others. So that is our roster for the race. All right, next let's talk about the race day plan. Again, if this is hard to view, you can always reference the emails that you've been receiving. So location we're going to be meeting is Harborside Park in Kenosha. 5:15 arrival for our volunteers. When you guys arrive, just look for the crew members, look for the trailer, look for the tent. But you guys are going to put up the tent if you're coming a little bit later, tables, chairs, equipment, getting everything out for everyone. Again, just making sure that everything is ready for when the captains and angels come. So smaller team for this one, so just have about 15 minutes kind of budgeted in the time slot for getting everyone ready for the race itself. Parking, just note that there's not a lot of parking in the area. There's some links on the race day plan and the emails regarding where you guys can park. 5:30 is captains and angels arrive. Again, just look for the same area. Once you guys get there as angels, sign in, check in. That's where you can bring any checks or cash that you've received for your offline fundraising. And remember to wear your angel shirt. That's your uniform for race day. If you don't have one yet, if you're new, you'll get one from the team. Also know that we'll have your packets, we'll have everything there for you ahead of time. You don't have to go pick that stuff up. In terms of captain parking, we do have a little closer parking for you in the Kenosha Public Museum lot. There is a parking pass that you will need for that lot. I'll show you what that looks like in the next slide, but it's also via email that you can print out. So you do need to print that out. You need to bring that with you for the race. Carla, do you have anything you want to add?
I did, just real quick. Our tent location will be right on the edge of that parking lot. And so the captains know, to make it easier, there are sidewalks from that parking lot to where our tent area will be. So if the grass is a little difficult to navigate, you do have the sidewalks.
Perfect. All right. 6:15 will be our full team meeting. So guys, after you've checked in at 5:30, it's get in your chairs, get your blankets, get everything ready, your shoes tied, your selfie sticks attached, your tutus on, all that fun stuff. But we're at a full team meeting at 6:15. We'll kind of do a welcome message. This is for everyone. We want everyone to be there. Make sure you'll be there by 5:30 so you can be there for the team meeting. We'll do introductions. We'll give an overview of the day, talk about the course, do a little Q&A, take pictures. We love taking pictures. We'll do even individual team pictures as well as full team picture. We'll do a prayer, and then after that, we'll quickly make our way over to the start line at 6:45. Between then, you'll have an opportunity to use the bathroom. So that's what that's for. Okay, so we'll head over to the start line. The start of the race is 7 o'clock, and we will start at 7:05. So So we're going to be near the back, and as the rest of the runners go out, we'll follow right behind them. So let's talk a little bit about kind of tips. We're going to talk about parking again here. So this is what the parking pass will look like for captains. So you should have this in the email. You can print it off. Make sure that you have that with you when you arrive at the museum parking lot. So here we go, tips and tricks. Just a few things we want to remind you guys, especially those of you who are first timers. This may be somewhat new to you. First of all, if this is your first time really interacting or working with someone who is differently abled, I know because I've been there before that sometimes that can be intimidating. How do I talk to this person? You know, how do I interact with them? What's the communication style? My encouragement to you is just be yourself. You know, just talk to them like anyone else, and they will let you know how they communicate, whether it's verbally, whether it's non-verbally, you know, so on and so forth. You know, they've lived their lives like this. Some of them are unique, and so they, you know, they have no problem most of them have no problem kind of sharing what's unique to them. But, you know, so don't worry, don't have any anxiety about how that'll work. You're going to have a good time. Once you guys start the race, we remind everyone that it's not a race. It's about building relationships. It's about enjoying the experience. So participate as a team. Take your time on the course. Take photos, tell stories, cheer on the other runners. Be nice to the other runners, of course, when you're going by them. Let them know that you're going to be passing, you know, on the right, on the left. You know, one of the reasons why we have 3 or more angels is that one person's obviously going to be pushing, but the other people will be along the sides of the chair to kind of guide the chair forward. So, you know, someone has their headphones in who's running, they're not able to see the wheel of moving forward. So your job as the angels along the side is to kind of let them know, hey, coming up on your left, on your right, so you can protect that wheel.
Yeah, sorry, Christian, just real quick, specifically for this course, there is a section between mile 3 and 7 that it is a down and back. Runners are going to go down to the Carroll Beach area and circle back, and so you only have half of the road to use. It can get a little squished there, so I would suggest just pick a lane, send at least one angel in front of your chair to help move people, and just kind of cruise in that lane. Again, we're not trying to win the race, so take your time, navigate through, and see how many high fives you can get on that down and back.
Yeah.
Count them.
Awesome.
We'll have let's have a high five contest.
Yes. A little tight spot, but I found that those out and backs are fun because that's where you're going to get a lot of that interaction between the runners.
It's an awesome moment in the course. It's super fun. It's just a little narrow, so just be aware of that. If you are a first-time angel, watch the wheels of the chair, and people don't mind when you tell them a race chair is coming up behind them. They're more than happy to give you some space.
Yeah, awesome. All right. A few other things to note is this is a team focus, so we do our very best to try to group people together of similar speeds. But we just want to remind everyone that this is not about going fast, winning medals, even though Captain Adam will say so. But it's really about the relationships that you build. And so communication with your team members is huge. If you find that, you know, someone is slowing down a bit, you know, slow down for them. Allow them to push and set the pace for the team. If you're going to go through those tight spots and you find that you're way ahead of your other angels, just walk a little bit, allow the team members to catch up. Again, we want to start as a team, we want to finish as a team. There may be some instances where the angel says, hey, go ahead, you know, if they're really not feeling good, if it's just a bad day, you know, but that's very rare, you know, that you want to be able to do that. So just make sure you stay together, start together, finish together. Those are a few tips and tricks as you guys are out on the race. Most important thing is you want to have fun, okay? All right, fundraising. So let's talk a little bit about this. So we've got some great fundraising going on for the race. First of all, why do we ask you guys to fundraise? You know, we provide human service to more than 2,000 people in 50 plus events in more than 29,000 training and racing opportunities annually. And your funds help us to do that. The money is not used for one particular thing. It's used for a number of things that help provide these programs. The visibility of this impact is not necessarily the stuff, but it's really the relationships that are built. It's really the smiles. It's really the stories that come from the captains and from the angels. And so by your fundraising, you help us to continue to bridge the gap for people with diverse abilities coming together in the community and providing these opportunities. So I want to say thanks to everyone that's done a great job on the fundraising so far. We're at $2.3 thousand toward our $3,000 goal. We're like 3/4 of the way there, as you see on the graphic. I want to give a shout out to Kurt. He's done an awesome job. $810 raised of that amount. Timothy, $651. Brad, Troy, Jason, rounding out the top 5. So great job, guys. Keep it up. Want to give some top 3 tips that I have found fundraising. First of all, it's not too late. Your race week, I found that the best fundraising comes when you've got this short timeline. The most fundraising comes in this timeline. So it's not too late to fundraise. Often we think we need weeks and months and all that good stuff. I've often found that I will fundraise a few days before and exceed my goals in that way. So the first thing that we encourage that you do, number 1, is make a personal contribution yourself. It's very evident in a lot of fundraising research that when people see that you have made a contribution yourself initially, that you are demonstrating that you believe in the cause. You have skin in the game, if you will. And that is inspiring to those that go to your page and they see the progress and they, oh, I see that Kurt has made a donation. Awesome. He must believe in this. I'm going to contribute as well. So that's number 1 thing. The second thing I would suggest that you do is to think about the top 5 people, family, friends, coworkers that you know will give. And you make a personal request to them in person, text message, phone call, very personalized request. Hey, I'm doing this event with my captain. It's going to help provide a more inclusive community. Share a picture and a link. I'm asking you to donate $25 today. Will you help me? You know, something short, something sweet, to the point, but reach out and ask multiple times if you've not received a donation. Don't worry, you're not bugging them. People, if they're your family and friends, they love to support your kind of fundraising initiative. So that's number 2. Number 3 is then you want to do the social media posts. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Use our Run Like Angels hashtag, share your stories, share your photos. That's a great place to share the visuals, tagging some of your friends, and then also thanking them. That's a great place. Social media is a great place to thank your donors. So as you do your posts, you have some of the people that donated, your mom, your sister, whoever. That's a great place to make a public kind of thank you post, tagging them as well as including the link for people to donate to your page. Right there. So again, number 1, make a contribution yourself. Number 2, ask 5 of your close friends personally. And number 3, that's when you're going to go and do the social posts far and wide. I encourage that, really it's never too late to fundraise. We ask people that we give people a window of really 2 weeks after, and you have that opportunity to meet and exceed that goal up to 2 weeks after the race. Carl, is there anything else you want to add to fundraising?
Yeah, I was just going to say there's a great opportunity tonight to join in the Southeast training run. It's at 5:30 at the Recplex tonight. That's a great way, again, to get that visual out on social media. Take pictures from the training run, attach your link onto that post, your fundraising link, and again, it just shows your commitment and your dedication to this mission, and people really do love to give to this. When you're passionate, they see that, and that's been my experience. They're more than happy to give to something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. All right, moving along. So at this point, we're going to open up to any questions If you have any that have come up, way that you can ask those is either by typing in the chat or by emailing us. If you're not watching this live, you can email us afterwards. Do check your emails. You're likely on this call because you've seen this email, but note that sometimes people's emails get kind of caught in their spam filter, so just note that. Carla is sending out the email, so if you have any questions, you can just reply to your race day, whether it's before or after the race, to that email, and she'll get it. She'll be able to help you out. So, Carla, anything else that you want to add?
Oh, no, I just know you guys are going to have a great race. The captains, I know, are super excited. I have to give a special shout out to Captain Seth. He's my buddy. He's my pal. And this is the first time in a few years now I'm not running that race with him because I'll be out in Eau Claire. So I'm kind of bummed, but I know he's going to have the best time out there with Jen and Heather, and I'll be rooting for my team from EC and for Nick and Captain Adam as well. You guys are going to have a great race, and who knows, maybe you might get another microderm like you did a couple years ago.
It's a little exfoliation going on.
No, it's going to be great, you guys.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for being part of our mission. Have a great time on race day and continue to be involved in us beyond the race. There's a lot of different events that you can do, all different distances, all different disciplines, from running to triathlon, all over the state, 50 plus events that we're doing. So there's a lot of different things. So hopefully this is just the beginning for you as a captain or angel to participate with us. We always want to reach more people. And so I want to encourage you to continue to be involved and invite some of your friends to continue to be involved as well. So look forward to having you on the team. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hi, Christian.